for instance, this client I was working with this week, they had to get to that point where they realized that they had walls.
Okay.
So I think that's almost the hardest part. The hardest part is like, don't they even say like the hardest part is just admitting that you even have a problem? Or like, I put the walls up to protect myself and I had to. It's not like that was a terrible thing. Like it was survival mode at that point. The walls actually did, in a sense, help get them to a place where they could survive and function and put this blockade up in their mind to keep those feelings of shame at bay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
just
hit
said
it, you start
something-
hitting a glass ceiling.
Yes, you just said something like profound that I repeat to people. So when I'm working with people with dysfunction, I say to them, the very things that you had to do to get you through are the things that are keeping you from moving forward. So you're right, like they had to put these walls up, but it's recognizing that you had to have this wall up. This was your maladaptive coping skill, right? That helped you get through the dysfunction of childhood or dysfunction of family home systems. But now that very means of getting you through is what's keeping you from moving forward.
I think that's why a lot of people crash and burn at a certain point in their life is because they did build up defense mechanisms, walls, unhealthy coping mechanisms to get them through the unhealthy dysfunction of their life. But you need to get to that point where you're realizing, oh, these unhealthy things, while they did get me through a really difficult time in my life when I didn't know any better, are now keeping me back from moving forward. And
Yeah.
now it's time to just go before the Lord in that vulnerability. And basically, I think laying down control, laying down thinking that you have it figured out, because you do. Like in survival mode, you will do whatever you can do to get through it. And I've been there. It's like you will just like grab onto control, grab onto discipline, grab onto like figuring things out and do whatever you can to get through it. But all of those things are actually healthy coping mechanisms when they're not in submission to the Holy Spirit, which they're not at that point. So it's the client I was working with got to that point and they realized that as helpful as it was, and the control and the having a strong mind, or a very intelligent person, they got to that point where they realized this is no longer getting me to where I need to
Serving
go.
me.
And they got
Yeah.
to that point where they just kind of came to the end of themselves in a sense, and found that brokenness and just laid it down.